For that, moving on, banks are up big today after healthy provisional updates, good deposit and advance growth across categories. Ashisha is joining us to give us more perspective on the same.
Well, yes, first up, let's talk about HDFC Bank. The stock is gaining 2.5 to 3% today on the back of strong data for the quarter gone by, where deposits have seen a solid uptick of about 7.2% on a sequential basis. Advances too have grown by about 1.6%. So strong operational data for the quarter gone by. HDFC Bank is gaining on the back of that. Moving on to Sarvodaya Small Finance Bank, then the stock is up nearly 11%. Very strong data for the quarter gone by. Gross advances are up 41% on a year basis. Deposits too have seen a solid uptick of 50% YOY, and CASA ratio has improved by about 160 basis points to 20.1%. The stock gaining on the back of strong data. AU Small Finance Bank meanwhile is also gaining nearly 5% the last time I checked. A deposit growth of about 8.8% on a sequential basis. 26% on a year-on-year basis. Advances too have seen a solid uptick of 25% YOY, while CASA ratio has largely remained stable at 33% on a sequential basis. Lastly, let's talk about RBL Bank. The stock is off the highest point of the day, but despite trading in the green with gains of nearly half to 1%. Advances have seen an uptick of 4.5% QOQ and about 19% on a year-on-year basis. CASA ratio has improved marginally by 140 basis points on a sequential basis. RBL Bank in focus on the back of its operational data.
Okay, all the banks, these banks are in focus on the back of their Q4 updates, keeping an eye on that. But there are a couple of stocks that have been buzzing away in trade, coming in from the mine side. So Amine, Balaji Amine, look at the stock move, right? What is happening there? After the earthquake, how does this in China, how does this actually, in Taiwan, how does this actually help Indian companies? Let's go across to Sharad here with the details.
Interesting update coming in for Amines and Balaji Amines. Both of them stocks have been buzzing in the trade and strong volumes coming in. And importantly, these companies manufacture a product called acetylnitrile. So of course they have been impacted because of the dumping coming in from Taiwan and China, and now the buzz in the street is that acetylnitrile, its capacities have been impacted in Taiwan, and recently Taiwan was exposed to earthquake as well. Now because of that, capacities have been shut down as what some certain channel checks have suggested. That means it is positive for the Indian players such as Alkyl Amines and Balaji Amines who have exposure here, and this is their finished product as well to produce this. Now let's look at their overall capacities, how much the production is actually happening. For Balaji Amines, it's roughly 9,000 million tons per annum, while the number is larger when it comes to the Alkyl Amines, which is having almost 30,000 million tons per annum exposure. Apart from this also, interesting take what we are gathering from the dealers and channel checks is that their two core products, methylamine and ethylamine, both of them are seeing a second straight month growth of demand. Right now on a month-on-month basis, the prices have also jumped up more than 20%, and so has the demand. And these two products itself are the finished products as well. So we can say that the core product demand is strong and the domestic pricing is strong, and also one of the ancillary products is getting benefit from the substitution because of the geopolitical issues happening in Taiwan. So overall, this augurs well for both the companies.
Okay, Sharad, thank you so much for that. Keeping an eye out on the mine stocks as well.